Welcome to Bright Moments, everybody. Super excited to have our first Tezos, our first FX Hash event. Without further ado, thank you all for coming. I'm excited to kick this off. Okay.
It's fantastic to be here. It's been a wonderful, wonderful show.
Yeah, so far so good. It's all gone incredibly smoothly. We knew when we came for our first event in the States that we really wanted to do something big. Bright Moments was a natural choice. They do awesome events.
And it's great to see new mints. That's the other part of it. You know, the actual live event is just phenomenal to witness. You know, to see the birth of a piece that no one has ever seen before from an algorithm, especially with the artist, with Piter in attendance. That was just phenomenal.
So I'm here right outside of Bright Moments Gallery, and the event's still going really strong. It's amazing meeting all my friends, collectors. I've been handing out to people lots of tiny cards of the like out-of-bound outputs for the project. Yeah, everybody is having a good time. They love it. And it seems to be a huge success, the whole event.
Thank you for being here, Piter. Here's another one minting, coming over the transom.
This is the best one yet. So. And yeah, I mean, they're all good, of course.
It was very clear to me that Piter is a coder's coder, and that what he's able to achieve with, you know, if you look back there's 3,900 or so characters that represent the full and total code for this algorithm.
I was talking to some people about bits of the code, and while doing that I found like there's this one statement in there, 6 characters, doesn't do anything. Wait a minute.
Is this the most up-to-date code?
This bit could have left out.
Oh no!
Could have been 6 characters shorter even, but that's a good bug to have, in my opinion. You never know really how small it can get. I think I've always been a creative spirit, and I actually remember that literally the second program that I wrote could be called art. I was 9 years old, and I just had figured out how to copy a very tiny basic program from a newspaper into my mother's computer. It would just print 4 lines of text, go to 10. While it was printing, it would be scrolling upwards. I made one line that had a slash forward, one line that has a minus, one line that has a slash backwards, and one line that had the vertical bar. What you get is rotating stars. There was no internet back then, so, or at least not for me. One of my professors, he says, I have some advice for you. Just do it right the first time, and then you don't have to do it again. It sounds very arrogant, but I exactly know what he's talking about when he said that. A programmer is lazy. I spend like most of the time staring at the screen, thinking about the code, then writing something. But yeah, it doesn't really matter if I can write it 3 times quicker using special keyboard commands.
I just minted one. What do you think of this one?
Oh yeah, this is definitely the best one. It's the first long-form project for my ray hatching algorithm. Yeah, I started the ray hatching algorithm in the end of 2020 when I wanted to investigate 3D scenes, but I also had this really urge to make everything plottable. If I have the plotter, I put the pen in, I write all the code to control the robot, and then I can also like say this physical piece is mine. I made it and not the person at the print shop. I started thinking about, is there a way I can turn ray tracing into some kind of line art? So I figured I have to add more detail without actually adding more lines. All the lines, they lie on the surface of the shape that I ended up calling ray hatching, like ray tracing, but with hatching line fires random points at the scene, and when it hits an object, if it's very bright, then you should have less lines, and if it's dark, there should be more lines. Calculates the surface orientation, and it starts tracing a line in 2 directions, and repeat it again until it fails 1,000 times at finding an empty spot to place a new line. That's one thing I don't quite understand about my own artistic process, but especially when I work with SDFs in ray hatching form, they always get this sort of brooding, dystopian, otherworldly, weird. There's a certain kind of flavor to it. I embrace it because it's a cool style. See, the camera here is really close to the ground, so you get the feeling that you're small and these objects are enormous.
It was awesome, you know, just to see everyone have that experience. It's right up on the screen in front of everyone. I don't know, it's really special. The piece itself is very special, and to be able to do that for both the artist and the collector, I think is awesome, and something that we'll definitely keep doing with FX Hash in the future. It's not just about getting our names out there, it's about getting artists out there and getting artists exposed to, you know, people who otherwise wouldn't have seen their work.
It's great to actually walk people through, you know, the actual minting process, wallet setup and everything like that. I mean, it's a little technical, but it's very easy once you get past that. And yeah, it's really special to witness the birth of the piece with them right there, you know. So, yeah.
FX Hash, it has a sandbox. You can drop your project in there, see if it works. And the minting process, it's super easy. You don't need the FX Hash team to mint a thing on FX Hash. That's pretty cool.
I had a chance to come in here and work with Bright Moments, with Seth, and incredible team here to curate the show. Next door of Piter's amazing new project inspired me to collect some other projects from the past year of FX Hash that have also kind of pushed the medium forward, done something new with technology and with artistic vision at the same time. Has been just really inspiring to do that with the artist here. The Bright Moments team is just an extraordinary host. Like, you guys do it right, you know experiences, and to see that come to life for an FX Hash event, to me really symbolizes like the future of generative art rising above conversations of chain. ETH and Tez, those are access points for us all to get to the art. It's really the in-person connections, the human interactions that just leap things forward. You know, it shows the potential of what we're doing here and building a real community and a movement in generative art.
You have to experience one live to really know. So the only one that I experienced was the minting of a crypto Londoner in London, and it was incredible attention to detail about every aspect was something that really impressed me with Bright Moments. Crypto and NFTs in that sense really change generative art as well. Suddenly it would be one output would be yours.
You connecting with that mint is a different experience. This project is amazing. It shows I would say like the complexity behind the art, but with such algorithmic minimalism in the code, and so much to draw from the art. It's just amazing.
I've just been obsessed with the creativity on FX Hash. Watching it with all the fellow generative artists, fans, was something I'll really remember.
It's been so cool, it's been so informative, very educational, very eye-opening to how big the FX Hash community has grown and how quickly it's grown. So really excited to learn more.
I have to say it's definitely made me like a full-blown like Tezos, NFT, FX Hash specifically, Maxi. The art's beautiful. I mean, this has just been wonderful. I feel bad for anyone who couldn't, attend.
Our goal here was just to come here, represent Ledger, talk about crypto security, because it's great to have all of these, beautiful collections and be a part of this beautiful community. The last thing we want to see is people lose their valuables and lose their assets. And the number one thing you can do to protect yourself from that is getting a hardware wallet like Ledger's. I think Bright Moments and FX Hash have done a beautiful job providing a place for people to come in and collaborate and talk, and hopefully we were able to educate a few people today.
We just want to continue making art and explore all the different possibilities of the computational universe and the generative art that is in there, and all the I'm not going anywhere. People ask me what you're gonna think about what's the future for generative art. I only think it's gonna be accelerating and getting more crazy, more interesting, and I'll be there for it, that's for sure. I'm just so excited because it's with all Bright Moments team doing, really putting the shoulders under it. The attention to detail is incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
guys, yeah.
Appreciate
Definitely.
it.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
You're an amazing artist and amazing brain. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for your great questions.
Thank you, Peter.
This is the best one yet.